Next up, we have statues from the Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown soundtrack. This is from the Akira character, apparently. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever you're gonna use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server, the gaming channel, how to request songs if you're not on the live stream. I have a spiel for this, and members getting early access. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Statues, Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. Let's go. Okay, so we start with flute, percussion. We have a piano. It seems like we have some Japanese traditional instruments. Seems like we might have a koto in this one. Maybe a koto. Maybe a shamisen. Here's the koto. Here's the shamisen. And we have a Japanese flute. The shamisen, of course, being the Japanese predecessor to the banjo. I will kill on this hill. And you can't tell me this isn't the Japanese predecessor to the banjo. The Americans saw this and we're like, what if we put a freaking snare on that thing? And then they just put frets on it and made the banjo. This is my headcanon. This is probably not what happened, but it's my headcanon. So yeah, we're having a shamisen. We are building up right now. There seems to not be a coherent melody just yet. It seems like we're just building in, making an intro, and just presenting the different instruments that we're doing, playing a couple of chords. Let's see where this goes. There you go. Okay, there we go. So now we have a flute high up there actually giving us a melody, which I believe contains our initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. And it seems we're doing this mix between XK, welcome today. Yeah, we're not taking any more requests right now, but we're gonna be taking more tomorrow. So yeah, this sounds like Naruto soundtrack because it sounds Japanese as hell. And we are now mixing rock and traditional Japanese music, which is also something that we saw in a lot of these animes, right, where we have the mixing. So what are we doing? I like the disconnect over here. The higher end is the melody and the Japanese instruments. The lower end is a rock band. We're having the rock band, of course, doing some riffs. A riff is a variation of a motif, or its own version of a motif that is put through an ostinato. Ostinato being when you play something over and over again, and then it is played on a guitar, or a bass, or a keyboard, or something like that. Let me see here. Let me roll some dice. High, low, high. All right, Nixon. Yes, welcome to the Nautilus. Let me just write it before I forget. We have over here, Nixon, JCM. Don't worry, it doesn't matter today anymore, but it's just there. So yeah, we're having that happen. We're having that contrast right now. Let's see where it goes. Oh, there we go. And now we engage, we bring in now the full beat. We have the full beat with the synths and the bass and everything playing. And now we just had a brief call and response between the flute and a solo guitar. The flute made the call, guitar did the response, basically a musical conversation. Let's see where this goes. It's okay, no worries. Like, this is the last one of the day. So yeah, let's see where this goes. There's the actual melody. Okay, so we are still having so it turns out the flute didn't have the motif. This is our actual motif. So that was all part of the intro. Now we have the motif, the actual melody. Still call and response. We're having the call being made by the instruments, the response being done by this. Let's see where it goes. Interesting. Okay, so we have the synth and then we have a piano behind it. We have layers to a lot of layers to this. Really cool. Oh, switching over to the Japanese instruments. Switching to the Japanese instruments and bringing in a piano jazz solo. So we are introducing solos very often over here. When you're making music, you want to keep a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much repetition, too much of the same thing, you risk boring the listener, they do not. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they do not. There is one universal exception, which is solos. No matter the style, no matter the genre, you bring in a solo, and as long as it's cool enough and it fits enough, you can get away with almost anything. And that's what we have. We are having a call and response where the call is whichever melodies we are making, the structure, and the response is basically an improvised solo from whichever instrument we're having. And now we're having a jazz solo on top of the Japanese traditional music. This is insane. Hey, do not badmouth onions. Onions are fundamental for cooking. They're great. Let's see where this goes. There's the motif. Like, that's really good, yeah. So we switch the beat around again, and we switch the beat around. We change the rhythm of the drums and the bass, and oh my god, you dislike onions? I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Onions are great. They are one of the two fundamentals, like onions and garlic. Those are like the two fundamentals for any good dish. Yeah. You want to make an example? Yeah, and here we have somebody that doesn't like onions. I mean, raw onion can be difficult. Like, it can be difficult. Like, raw onion by itself, no. But once you cook it nice, What's the difference between onion and garlic? I mean, onion is onion, garlic is garlic. You just like raw onion? Raw onion has its places. It has its places. Like, I like it on sandwiches. But, yeah. Let's see where this goes. Good on burgers? Yeah, sandwiches. Alright. And we go back to the piano solo. So this is, not only are we doing call and response to the micro level, we're also doing section-wide call and responses. This is insane. And yeah, raw onion is only good on sandwiches. Like, I like to make egg sandwiches. So, you know, boiled egg, onion, like salted onion. Salted onion is really nice. But yeah, no, I can see why people wouldn't like it. That's the best pinto ever. One of these days, we're gonna do a freaking, like, meetup, and we're all just gonna cook. Fried onion, that's about it. The thing is, once you learn how to use onion for, like, good sauces, it's just... Yeah, because I used to not like onion, and now I use it for almost anything. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see where this goes. So now the piano is getting a kind of variation of the motif, and we're just changing. I think we're hanging out classically. So right now, the genre we're dealing with is a very interesting fusion. We have rock and jazz fusion. So this is rock jazz, and it's fusion. Fusion, it's a derivative, I would say, or it's probably the parent genre of prog. Prog is for progressive, right? Progressive music is music that constantly changes. Usually, it's either going to be a change in rhythm, or a change in style. And right now, we are seeing the very, very big contrasts where... That's the cool thing about fusion and jazz and prog music, that you embrace these contrasts and you make them sound cool one after another. So yeah, onion, peppers, and garlic, yeah, it's basic stuff, yeah. Let's see where it goes. There's the flute back. So we bring back the first flute that we had from before with that very first melody motif kind of thing, just under the fusion beat that we have now. This is fascinating that they're actually getting away with it. Let's see where it goes. Switching right back. Okay, so we introduced basically all the material that we had in the first 30 or so seconds, and now we're just changing combinations. We're just experimenting with the different combinations of layers that we have. And it sounds so good. We are just repeating what we've done before, but with a different combination in the instrumentation. Different beat. And that's it. That's all you need. Onion's great with steak. Oh, it's a side dish. Not with the steak itself. Not with the steak itself. Steak itself is better with garlic. But for the side dish, yeah. Let's see where this goes. Doner. Doner is also good. Doner or gyros. So yeah, there we have the jazz piano over this melody, the chimey piano melody. This like the contrasts are so strong between the styles, and it's working. It's working. Like this is, I would put this along the lines of the idea of polyrhythms and polyharmonies. So a polyrhythm is multiple rhythms playing at the same time, where the contrast is what makes it sound good. For example, the most popular, the most accessible one, the most basic one is the 3 versus 2 polyrhythm. You have one part doing 2s, 1, 2, 1, 2. The other one doing 3s, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You have them together. You have this kind of stuff. Polyharmony is when things get a little bit more complicated, when you have more than one key signature, more than one set of chords playing at the same time. This is pretty difficult to do, but this is something that Stravinsky does in his Rite of Spring. You can hear the polyharmonies in Rite of Spring by Stravinsky, right? This is something that he does over here. I would put this over here to that, because we are doing basically a poly style. Because we're having contrasting styles between the different instruments. Like the piano's playing jazz. The other ones, the keyboard is playing rock. And the Japanese instruments are playing traditional Japanese music. And that's it. What does decima octava mean? Decima octava, that's 18th, but that's not really something you do. Like usually in music, you have your 8th, you then have your 15th, which is 2 octaves above, and usually you don't go too much more than that. What you might be talking about is an 8VA. An octava, which just means playing at an octave, like you're reading sheet music and you play an octave higher. If you have 8VB as octava bassa, which is you do it an octave lower. So yeah, let's textbook for math has it in the index. Yeah, that's math. That's different than music. Let's see where this goes. There's the guitar. Poly style. Fusion. Ooh. Very beautiful echo there. Call and response going back to the theme we heard before. I think we might have looped here. Nope. No loop here because now we have a violin playing on top. We have a slower violin playing on top. Still, the contrast in the styles, that's so cool. This is what fusion is. Like, this is good fusion right here. And it is a very fine line that the composer here is doing, is walking. Because one wrong move and this whole thing falls apart. Because the styles are so strongly playing against one another. This is really cool. As a concept in general, it's really cool, very fascinating. Let's see where it goes. Let's see how it ends. Jazz piano again. Playing variations of those melodies. Oh, and the piano here in this bit did an inversion of the motif. Inversion is is a way that you can develop your material in which you play something upside down. Melodically speaking, there is inversion in chords, which it changes a little bit more. But in melody, it's basically you have one motif going one way, and if you invert it, you're making it go the opposite way. The same overall melody, you're basically putting a mirror from above. So we're having that. It's very fascinating. Like, I am still impressed at how the styles are clashing so strongly. And that clash is what's making it sound good. This is very difficult to do, I would say. Let's see where this goes. Let's see how it ends. There's the flute. Oh, okay. So we do one more run of the piano. Now we're doing the fusion piano over here, and we are just removing this. Let's see how this, because now, outro? Outro. Okay, we do one more run. We play the notes high above, and we end it with the chords down below. And almost, like, this track felt like watching a very eccentric person enter the room, do something inexplicably weird but awesome at the same time, and leaving without elaborating. Like, that's how it felt. Like this should not have worked. Like, you're trying to mix the very slow nature of the Japanese traditional music, which Japanese traditional music tends to be fairly slow, with the fast, like almost cocaine-fueled speed and hecticness of a jazz piano, and in the middle you put a rock band. And traditional Japanese rock jazz, I would say so. Like, this was, in theory, this should not have worked. But yeah, surprisingly accurate description. There you go. There you go. That was, it suits the vibes of a character trailer. It really does. It really does. Like, this, yeah. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the contrast. A poly style, I would say. A poly style right there. Really cool, man. There you have it. That was statues by statues from the Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown soundtrack. The Akira character. Isra is when the characters enter the stage to fight. Rest is during the fight. There you go. There you have it. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server. That's where everything gets announced first, whether it is the streams going live, videos going up on the channels, projects, updates, collabs, everything gets announced there first. Of course, that's also where we have the community, where we hang out, we chat, we steal memes from other people's servers, claim them as our own, and where I host the Vintage Story game server. It used to be a Minecraft mod, now it's its own standalone game. I prefer it, which is why I built a computer just to host it. Linked in the description. Join the Discord today, become a member of the community today. Also share these videos with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos with everybody that you know. Also use the hide function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. Linked in the description. Another reason to join the Discord, go help grow the channel. Musicians, artists, or otherwise on YouTube or elsewhere, this is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the little hoo kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, if you want help figuring out something for a composition, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's collaborate, let's work together, let's make stuff, right? And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that you would like me to collaborate with and work with, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. That's around up to 1 week in advance. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting you in 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on how to request. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim from Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. So if you live in Punta Gorda, which is like Fat Peak, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry, just go to Discord or Twitch and it's going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because of course I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen, recorded live during the main channel's after show. Recordings go here. For example, recently we've been playing through my first ever playthrough of Hollow Knight, and I've been loving it. So yeah, linked in the description, or just search on YouTube, same username as James R. Basterd, just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you have it. Statues Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. What a trip that was, dude. That was awesome. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.